Alrighty guys, since the last clip, obviously I've drilled a bunch of holes and I ended up, I welded the axle in underneath and cut it to length. And everything is just kind of loosely bolted together. Like I got one bolt and a handle here. And everything that way seems like it's working out alright. And basically what I'm out here doing is I want to see what length of extension I want to use here. Because originally I was thinking I was going to use this. Weld that on here with a long deep well socket would probably be enough. I really didn't want to get to where you're right up in the machine with it, but I guess it really doesn't matter. Maybe what I ought to do is go get a deep well 15/16 socket and give this a try the right way. Hold on a minute. Okay, back with the socket here. See the wobble, let it wobble around that much. I got my tire, but I put this adjustable foot on over here so you can adjust it up and down. So I think that'll fly. I mean, this is an L with a hitch on it, obviously. And I got probably 1.5 inches in between the hitch and the electric start cart, which maybe is a little bit closer than I really want it, but that'll work. Let me get you guys off the tripod here. Obviously, I need to bend this handlebar, so this is a lot flatter here. But like I said, this is just for mock-up. The one thing I don't like about this is you see how much this is basically one tire wider than a Gravely, and I already ran into a problem with this because most of my tractors are tight up against each other in the buildings. So let's say I wanted to start all the tractors on the left hand side going down. I'd probably have to start most of the ones on the right just to get everything out. So consideration, well, there's no way I'm going to get that 4 inches back, which I do have this spaced out a little bit further than it needs to be. I just haphazardly I had some 1 inch spacers cut in there. They're 1 inch diameter and they're random lengths I had laying around, so I just threw them in there. But I have to sit and ponder on this a little bit because I don't really like that it's wider than a Gravely. But that's the only real flaw I see with it right now. But it'll be nice and sturdy, and I guess more than anything, I should hunt up a battery and get that in there so I can see what I'm dealing with, and go from there. I'll get this welded on the shaft here. I still might have to slide that bearing further down the shaft. I'm not sure yet, but I'll get to that. So here we go. Alright guys, I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this bolt and how to get an extension on it, because I could weld it on there, and yeah, that's fine and dandy and all. But what I'm pondering about doing is, this is a 5/8 bolt, this is a 1/2 inch square. How hard do you think it would be to grind a 1/2 inch square into that? Roughly like so. I don't think it would be too bad, and worst comes to worst, it starts slipping, I can always weld it, or I could put a pin through it at that point. I got this small, I could even put a, oh, I can't think of it, tension pin in it. And that would probably work. So that's a theory I got, and I think I'm gonna roll with that. Because basically I only got to take, it's 5/8. I need a 1/2 inch. It's a touch under an 1/8 inch between this and what the bolt measures. So basically I need to take a 1/16 off of each side and make it flat. And then in theory, once I get its own extension, I'll go down on there. Really won't be too much fabric cobbling if I ever break this. Then I don't, because the extension in theory should be the weak link, because this is a grade 8 bolt. And even if I ever do break it, all I have to do is buy another grade 8 grade 8 5/8 fine thread bolt this long, and then I can always make another one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably not going to show grinding that because it's going to take me quite a while, and checking it with the caliper and trying to get it fairly square so it doesn't wobble. So anyhow, give me a minute here and see what I can do. $69.28. Got a little ways to go yet. Theory, it should work now. It's right at 1/2 inch. Like the bottom's good. Like that top corner is just a little bit tight. Should probably go get the actual extension I'm going to use, but yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Watch this one go right on here. No. Still just a little tight. I could definitely hammer it on there, I'd say. What do you guys think? Hammer tight fit be a good idea? Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. Yeah, and you guys saw that. Beautiful. How straight is it? No, I don't know. It looks pretty straight. I did it fairly scientifically. What I did is I took the calipers and I set it at 9/16. When I got the 9/16 on the first side, then I flipped it over to the second side. And then I went down to 1/2 inch and I tried to make sure they were really close to square as best as I could. And then I did the same thing for the other side. So now let's go stick this in here and go see if this setup is going to work or not. Get rid of my grinding helmet. One glove, I don't know why. Put the caliper back on 0. Shut it off. Put it back in the box. Okay, let's go outside. What I might end up doing is getting like a little piece of, like a 1/2 inch bolt or something that won't wreck it, and put it as a spacer down in there for this to bottom out on. I'm going to stick a 3/8 nut in here, which is a 9/16 outside, but that's not going to work. What that'll do is it'll let the threads tighten everything up, but it won't pull together near as much. At least, like I said, that's a theory. With any kind of luck, it'll do like it just did and tighten up before it hits the bearing. Ouch. Tighten the set screws up. think I'm gonna have to slide this bearing back a little bit. Notice that screws down too, I guess not. There we go, that's a lot better. Let's see if that's still lined up. I had these at 2.5. Yep, still lined up good. Work for the tractors. Okay, first test. Wish me luck. See what my jump box does. Proof of concept, it'll work. Because actually this machine has no gas. Might have some oil in it. It turns over though, I know that. Awesome. Successful test. I love it when a plan comes together. So this is not going to be the final installment of this, but this is the proof of concept works, and I see what I need to do to finish it and make it work really good. So probably a lot of the fine details I'll handle off camera. Like I got a fair bit of welding and paint it black and get some decent spacers made up for the axle and get a good battery and a switch and everything for it. And we should be good to go. But that'll be it for the electric start cart project, guys. For right now. Mission accomplished, but not complete yet. So, thanks for watching. Catch everybody on the next one. Later. Love it when a plan comes together.